Hello, 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 and good evening. Welcome to this Toonkind at 12 FPS. I am actually technically a host tonight, and I am Heartless. I am joined by a lovely friend.
That's me, Kraken. I've got my horrible bastard wizard Henrick Danthew here.
Now, this takes place very soon after Henrik concluded his deal, quote unquote, correct?
Yep. They completed that deal, and first step was putting some distance opposite way of wherever Thrall was going.
Mm-hmm.
Second order of business, keep an eye out for the nearest Uncanny Valley entrance as they start making their way towards the coast to get the hell out of Inkwell.
Okay, well, admittedly, the closest Uncanny Valley entrance to Toontown that's not in Toontown is it's a museum called the Gallery of Curiosity.
Oh God.
Now, there is a night every week that it is closed down because that night is the night when the Uncanny Valley leaks into it the most. And what's it called? You know, the things in the museum get weird. We'll just say that.
The exhibits?
That's it. That's the word.
Whatever is in there.
Yes, the exhibits get weird and a little more dangerous than they are on a normal basis.
Cool, great, this is fine.
So is Henrik going there?
You know what? Yes, Henrik is going there.
It is the closest place, and it's outside of Toontown. So, yep. How are you going to sneak in?
Oh boy.
Because as you approach, you see this two-floored building. It's very round. And standing in front is a single guard who's just, well, actually 6 foot, blue toon, with, kind of long, stringy strands off the top of his head, and he's just kind of leaning against the doors, which are clearly locked.
Have a quick look at this book. Okay. Henrik has an idea. Henrik has a plan.
All right. What's Henrik going to do?
Henrik is going to stroll right up to the person.
Mm-hmm. One curious thing you do notice is that this person hasn't opened his eyes, and he still doesn't open his eyes as he clears his throat. Sir, what are you doing here?
Well, surely you've heard of me. Someone must have told you I was coming. Listen, friend, all is good. And Henrik's going to do a charm person. Cast charm person.
Okay, that's a wisdom save, right?
If it fails... Yep, that's a wisdom save.
Okay. That's a 13.
Nope, does not save.
Haha. Alright, so the Toon man before you straightens up a little bit, and he's actually 6'1", and he raises his eyebrows and goes, "Really? That's what I get for taking last-minute security detail, I suppose."
Oh. Yes, I'm sure that must... I'm sorry, this is a surprise. Pat on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
terribly sorry about this. I'm sure I must have given you a scare. But the curator does know I'm here. And that I will be here. So
That's
go on
good.
ahead and let me
in. I'm gonna roll a d10 because this is a toon and he has a hammer space and we're best to keep the very important keys. And that's a 4. He pulls out this long ring of keys, turns around and opens the door, and then he turns back to you and goes, "No, the exhibits are kind of wild. Do you need me to walk you to the office?"
directions if you'd be so inclined, but I think you'll find I have my own security detail.
He just kind of nods and opens the door for you. If you see that desk there should be some a map for you.
Perfect. Thank you very much, friend. And out of the same alleyway or shadows wherever Henrick had come from, yeah, a few clones will come out, just, security detail.
Mm-hmm. And, well, the guard doesn't bat an eye because he hasn't opened his eyes and he's not going to now. And he lets them in too. And he closes the door behind you. And he says through the door, when you're finished, just knock 3 times on the door and I'll let you out.
Thank you very much. You've been very helpful.
You're welcome, sir. And he locks the door behind you. You are now free to do whatever in the Museum of Curiosity.
Oh, man.
And that's a circulation desk he pointed you to, by the way.
Excellent. You know what? Let's try to read a map.
Hold on a minute as I look for those notes. Because I send people places that I don't expect to send people to, and then I realize, oh, maybe I should get out those notes. Way too late.
You never know what a player will do.
I mean, you could have said no. I could have offered you somewhere else, which I would have been pulling out of the thin air.
You offered me a museum of curiosities and said, hey, this sounds haunted as fuck. Of course I'm going in.
You and Gil.
16 survival for understanding this map, by the by.
Okay, hold on. Do. The DM is looking for their notes.
As is the same things, of course. No problems.
Here it is. Yes, here it is. Carrot caper. Me shakes out the notes for carrot caper.
Dust flies everywhere.
So the map you picked up behind the circulation desk details. Actually, I even have a map I can put. Here's the first floor. Here's the second floor. But curiously enough, around the actually on the opposite side of the room of reflection, which is not pictured on this map, is actually a staircase to below the exhibit floor. And that's where the office is. But as you can see on the first map, you have to go through one side or the other to get to it.
I'm looking at the possible exhibits. I'll be honest, the first thing I saw was Hall of Phasers.
Yes, Hall of Phasers.
Oh god. Well, you know what sounds like the perfect place to do a shady ritual, whatever, to summon darkness, but cheat at it. You know what sounds like a great place to do that? A basement.
Yup.
So Henrik is going to look at this map, hang a left, which will take them first to the room of the parabox.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Them and two clones.
Room of the parabox. So, as you walk into what on the map is said the room of the parabox, is there are 3 pedestals, each with a box on top of it. Each box is currently closed, although one of them seems to shiver as you look at it.
Well, on one hand, logic says charm person lasts an hour, get out. But on the other hand, the mischief hand, charm person lasts an hour. You've got time to fuck around. 3 boxes, 3 people. Henrik is going to assign. They're just going to open them all at once. Why not? Someone else, not Henrik, will get the shivering box.
Okay. So Henrik, the box you open, inside it, it's the same room you're standing in, complete with a miniature you, and miniature clones, and miniature boxes. And the level descends, and it's the same, and it's the same. And roll a wisdom save.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is a terrible idea. Oh my god. Oh wait, he's actually got not bad wisdom save. Let's see how this goes. Oh yeah!
So
7.
This is really interesting to you. How come it and you move your arm and the little you moves their arm too? How does this work? You spend the better part of 13 minutes, we'll say,
Oh my god.
staring into this box, fascinated, before you snap out of it. Like, wait a second.
What am I doing? On a time limit. But Henrik's still just like, how does this work? What interdimensional magic? Whoa, but gotta focus. Maybe they can figure it out later. They'll be thinking about this.
Now, the clones, because this is a wisdom save mechanic, but you have to, actually have the consciousness to be looking into the box. Were they affected?
Pulling the clone stat block, they technically they have a wisdom stat. It's a 0 modifier, but also there's kind of no one home. So I think that's.
I think I would rule this. It doesn't affect them because Henrik is not there. There's no one home.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They just opened the box as per, told, and they stood there and they looked at it. If anyone was looking from the outside, it might look like they were also bewitched, but there's no lights home.
Yeah. So as soon as Henrik, you pull yourself away, the clones just follow you. Nothing happened to them.
Just stood there.
Yep. All right, that's the room of the parabox.
Oh, which brings us to the Hall of Phasers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
So as you walk into the Hall of Phasers, like the room before, this has a lot more pedestals than the one before, and they're all artistically placed around the room, and they're all very strange looking objects. And when you look at, for example, this multicolored cube, for too long it starts to glitch, like it's pulling itself apart.
Can roll like Arcana to try and figure out if that's a usual thing it does, or if it's a this night in particular.
Roll me Arcana.
What's your?
Oh my god.
So, I'm gonna double this as like a history on this place in particular sort of deal.
All right.
Stuff you've heard, because you're not sure if that's exactly normal, but you've heard that the things in the Hall of Phasers are things that aren't completely within this realm of reality. So sometimes if you touch them, you get a kind of buzzing sensation. And sometimes they slip through their pedestals and phase through other types of matter.
Definitely something you can just have on display for whatever schmuck that walks in here.
Mm-hmm. And you do know that this night in particular, the exhibits get weirder and more dangerous, so it's probably not a good idea to touch one of those. But
no, Henrick already plans to basically fuck with the thinning of planes or whatever, doing what they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This one's easily passed. It's not as interesting as the room of the parabox.
It's interesting, but not enough to make them stay.
Mm-hmm. So you walk into, what is that? The room of reflection. Let's see. So you walk into this room, and there are a bunch of glass mirrors.
Oh, fun.
And as you start walking through this kind of maze of glass mirrors, you, out of the corner of your eye, you catch your reflection starting to lag behind you.
Keeping in mind there's 3 Henricks going on, so it might take a bit to notice if that's unusual. There are so many Henricks in sight now. Oh god.
Yep. As you continue, the reflection lags further and further until the mirror that in front of you that you were about to turn past, your reflection stops and looks at you and tilts their head to the side.
They'll pause and somewhat ironically mirror the same gesture. Just
the reflection reaches out and touches the other side of the glass. Still head tilted. Just staring at you.
unnerving. For someone who lives life staring at copies of themselves, this is still unnerving.
And if you look at the other reflections, the ones that were reflecting your clones, they're doing the same thing towards the clones.
They will mentally order one of the clones to touch its mirror reflections, see what happens.
Mm-hmm. So, after about 6 seconds, I need the clone to make a strength save.
Oh, fantastic. They're shit at this. Yes!
So you
-1.
you watch as your clone gets pulled into the mirror and a shadowy copy comes out. And the copy
this is
looks
why I
at
have
you.
spares. Oh dear. Henrick's going to take a step back and see what it does.
It takes a step forward towards you.
Did it seem like the shadow was mirroring like in time or the exact amount of step, or is it just this is a thing that's advancing? It's no longer mirror-ified.
It is mirroring you.
Okay.
But it's also staring at you and its head cocks to the other side.
Does not like this, does not like this.
By the way, your clone is still in the mirror and is just kind of standing there.
Henrick's already given up that clone to a lost cause. It's gone. This is why they have spares.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear. Quickly, I suppose we're not doing Lightning Lure. That wouldn't be not good. You know what? You know what? You know what? Oh.
It just said the exact same thing you did.
Henrick's casting an ice knife. This will destroy a few things. All their spells are largely like charming stuff. There isn't a ton that does like actual damage.
Uh-huh. Okay, so, roll to hit. On yourself.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm committing to this. This is hysterical, but oh my god.
Hey, can you real quick send me your character sheet?
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Mr. GMs, oh my god. Decisions are being made. Okay, 11 misses, so the knife doesn't do the piercing, but it is going to explode. So the shadow now needs to make a dex saving throw. Do I roll that?
Nope, I'll roll it. That's why I asked for your character sheet.
I can't believe Henrick multiplied again.
A 19!
So, half damage from this very piddly level 1 ice knife, because they just wanted to see if this would do anything. So, that's only going to be half of a 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
Not a d26, 2d... Type correctly. Thank you. 3 damage!
So, you watch as the shadowy version that is a copy of your copy slides to the side out of the way of the ice knife and then looks at it and jumps away from it, and there's a slight as pieces from the ice knife scatter and strike it and separate some of the shadow, and it looks at you, and it casts Ice Knife.
Fucking fantastic. All right. Roll the hit. Oh my god.
That's a 5 plus 9.
5 plus 9 is a 14. Meets it, beats it.
Oh boy. 1d10 piercing damage.
Jesus Christ.
That's a 2.
Excellent. Okay, and I'll roll that dex save now.
Yep.
Not one! Get fucked!
2d6. 3. 2. 5 total damage.
Oh my god.
And now it's your turn. What does Henrik do?
Oh god. Well, Henrik stumbles with having, been got far better than they got it. And, when they stumble, does the mirror shadow stumble in turn?
Nope. Not anymore. It's because you attacked it.
Oh god! Oh, we gotta finish this! Oh no! Oh my fucking god. Well, alright.
What you doing, Henrik?
Oh, they were thinking they're gonna get the clone in on this, the clone they have left to try and even action economy and numbers. So I guess it's the clone's turn.
Yep. What's the clone do?
Oh god. What does the clone have? Well, the clone has a quarterstaff. It's just going to hit. It's going to try and do a hit. It's going to bonk.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. 15?
Yep.
Yeah.
You do a bonk.
Yeah.
Roll that damage.
Oh my god. I just realized quarterstaffs are strength. Holy shit. This is going to be great. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah! -3 modifier cancels it out.
You watch the clone, and it's almost like the shadow was completely unaffected. Because when the clone lifts the quarterstaff again, the place where the shadow was hit just goes poof, poof. Right back to the way it was. And the shadow just kind of looks up and then looks back at you. It is your turn, Henrik.
The clones are not much built for combat, least of all right now. Oh my god. Alright, well, Henrik's new strategy is just if they're first in the order, so if they hurt it badly first and more, then they'll get out of this.
Go ahead.
So what have we got? All of Henrik's spells are about to backfire the fuck on them. This is going to be fantastic. Well, that lasts for an hour, but that's also concentration. For some reason, I feel like Henrik will be losing concentration at some point during this FPS pretty badly.
Oh yeah, you need to roll for concentration, don't you?
Nothing.
Because Henrik was hit by an attack.
Henrik was hit by an attack, but there's nothing going on right now that requires concentration. I was looking at a possible spell to use, and
Henrik has been concentrating on Charm Person.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
a concentration spell.
You're right.
Roll concentration.
God. Remind me, is concentration, what modifier is that, if any?
It's a constitution check.
Oh, good.
Or a con saving throw. Doesn't matter, that's the same.
Well.
Oh.
Well.
You lost your concentration on your Charm Person spell.
Benny Hill theme is playing.
Okay, Henrik, with the knowledge that you've just lost your Charm Person spell you did on that guard, who you're pretty sure is probably, a policeman who's just doing some extra duty.
No.
What are you doing? It's your turn.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Well, there are two problems now. Henrik has the thought of, if I run towards my shadow, it will be forced to run away from me as I pass it. So if I just go back, get the policeman before he can leave, I won't have to worry about the mirror for a bit, and I can figure it out later.
Wait, it's not?
Oh. Humanoid soothing.
Oh, it's
duration
not
1 hour.
Concentration. Okay, never mind.
Henrik has
It's
a
fine.
moment of oh shit before remembering. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not concentration. Thank you, Blue Jay.
Blue Jay, you're the best. Henrik just has this whole, blood drains from the face. Oh my
no.
god.
Did I just lose my... Wait, it's not concentration.
Listen. Henrik's a little jittery this fine night. So, back to my original thought plan.
Good. Yes.
I'm going to do this spell because I think this is going to be hilarious and may fuck things up worse.
Okay.
We're going to try casting fear on a shadow.
Ooh.
So, make a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm. That tasty +4. 9 + 4. Okay. That's 3 + 4. Got 9 + 4. Because it gets advantage. It's 13! 13 does not make it.
Absolutely not. So what happens? I am extremely curious.
On each of its turns. So you cast the spell in the shadow, and for a moment it looks like nothing happens, but then it ripples, and its face distorts into this look of terror, and it turns and it runs right into the mirror.
Oh. Good.
And out comes your clone, who falls on the ground.
It just gets spat out.
And the other reflections have taken their hands away and are slowly backing away and staring at you with not the same extreme fear that one did, but they look terrified.
Henrik sniffs, straightens collar like that wasn't a complete debacle, and they were extremely freaked out. Just goes, that's what I thought.
You have solved my mirror puzzle.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you, the last time that someone came in here, they broke one of the mirrors. So
I mean,
this,
yeah, I was like, do we break a mirror? Yeah. God. Fantastic.
all right. So the reflections are still there, and they're still watching you, but there's no sense that they are going to come after you anymore. And you're free to continue through the labyrinth.
Yep. Henrik is doing that at a bit of a power walk. Just, make sure the clone that got, 8 is back on its feet and back with the pack, and just, let's find that basement.
Yep. So it's easy enough now that you're not distracted by any reflections, because as you power walk away, your reflection stays where it was. That might be a little more creepy.
Henrik is just not thinking about it. They thought they were kind of desensitized to the sort of double, kill your double, but that was new.
You reach the back left corner, and there is admittedly a suspiciously upturned carpet. With the corner just a little bit upturned.
Yep.
Because tunes.
Because tunes. This is Inkwell. There are tropes.
And that is definitely a trapdoor. So you easily open it, and you descend into the basement. Now down here, I'm gonna need to have you roll a Constitution check.
Wonderful. Fantastic. 11.
So it's not actually hard because you're not deep in this well of weirdness, but as you step down here into the basement, it's almost like the air is crawling against your skin. With the magic power that is thrumming through it. The weirdness,
There's a little shake and shiver, but yep, this is definitely what they're looking for. This is good.
Mm-hmm. So you do have enough time, because that little strife up there in the mirror room it was only a couple of rounds. That means only a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Like 12 seconds. You have plenty of time before the hour is up.
May as well snoop, am I right?
All right, roll me investigation.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. So there's a nice hallway, and it leads to an office. And when you get to the office, there's a number of, papers scattered everywhere in all toonish fashion. You do find a couple of interesting, police reports on something that happened, admittedly, a year ago now? Something around that time period. Time is hard. I don't keep track very much, and apparently this person doesn't either, because this is sorted next to something that happened recently, where there was a recent, someone came in, tried to steal something else, got caught in the reverse gravity room and had to be rescued.
Chumps.
The second one detailed how they had to literally use this huge kind of net to scoop them out of the reverse gravity so they wouldn't be falling upwards forever. Endless loop like Portal. Some things are written in what languages do you know?
languages does Henrik know? Let's see what it says. Common, Grolix. Obviously, let's... Got down Common, Grolix, and Celestial.
So there is a single paper written in Celestial, and it is written in a kind of fancy looping writing. And it says, to whom it may concern, I believe that my artifact has been sent here, but has not been put on display yet. If you are not going to put the artifact on display, I would like it back. Signed a, Now, the name is kind of hard to understand.
In the sense that the handwritings kind of goes here, in the sense that it's like, how do I pronounce that?
In the sense of, how do I pronounce that?
Huh.
And underneath the name, there is a title, The Collector.
Henrik's had a bit of enough of quote-unquote collectors. This point, just dealt with one. Maybe the same person, may not. They don't know. They don't know. They also don't know what this artifact is.
Yeah, exactly. Well, now that you've snooped through this office.
Oh. Good. May as well get to it. The magic is crawling. The night is moving on.
Alright. So you clear a space on the floor in the office?
You said it was like a hallway and the office, right?
Mm-hmm. There's a hallway and the office. You did see another door.
We may as well see what the other door is.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows, maybe the magic is even stronger in there.
Okay. So you... Let me roll... I cannot get my D4 out of its hole, so I'm just going to roll a D2 using Dice Parser. Okay. So you open this other door, and beyond, there seems to be a... And there's this wall of, like, static, and with each buzz, it seems to, like, change from green to red and back again. And it's very unnerving to look at this wall of static. But beyond that fact, there's nothing else in this room.
Can they roll Arcana?
Mm-hmm. Are you going to step into the room?
Well, with a leading question like that. As established, Henrik is a dumbass. We may as well continue rolling the ball. They're going to roll Arcana and, like, this thing is to look at, but they want to figure out what's going on here. So one step closer to
Okay.
12.
So, as you step into the room, you try to examine the wall. You hear voices start creeping into your head.
Oh, good.
And you're immediately set on edge, and actually figuring out whatever this thing is second to the fact that, oh god, there are voices in my head because I'm closer to this thing, and I'm very...
They physically out loud say, "Nope, turn around and close the door." Office it is!
Probably a smart decision. Alright, so you go back into the office and probably easily make quick work to clear a space and make sure that all the lights are off.
Yep. That was one of the things they took from that whole discussion with Zaya North. We are turning the lights all off. This place is spooky, but yep, nope. We're doing this in darkness. But
So you draw the lines for the ritual, you turn off all of the lights, and then you sit in the circle and you follow the instructions to open a passageway. And before you a hole opens up into this mess of... as you're looking at the darkness, it just kind of shifts subtly back and forth.
okay. Alright. It's unnerving, but this appears to be working. Nothing explosive seems to be happening, and the idea is to, as I understand it, take a little bit of this power to split their soul a bit, and they will not be noticed. And they won't have to deal with any darkness corruption. That is the idea.
That is the idea.
So I think it's as they're reaching out magically, physically, whatever to do that, there is something on this body that Henrick has... borrowed isn't the word. There's something on this body that Henrick hasn't really paid attention to because it didn't stand out from the fancy outfit that Gregory was wearing when they took it. There's a pendant hanging around the neck underneath the whole outfit shebang. And as Henrick is reaching out, they feel that thing pulse with magic. And then seemingly disappear. It is a strong...
And as it pulses and your hand physically goes to pluck a tiny bit of darkness, instead of plucking, you place your hand on the darkness, because that was a natural one for a wisdom save.
Goddamn was.
And instead of doing exactly what you wanted to do, you immediately start pushing into the darkness. And you push further and further until you are up to your head, and then you realize, this is not what I wanted to do.
Oh god. At the moment of realization, it's panic, trying to pull back. Nope, abort mission.
You take a breath in, and it feels like something is pouring into you, and you feel eyes open up around you in the darkness, and you can't breathe because the darkness is pouring into you.
Oh man. Scrabbling for purchases, reaching one arm, and basically head is in there, trying to reach back for, clones. This is why there's spares. Hey, grab on and pull me out right now.
And your clones grab onto you, and you feel yourself rend, and it's so painful. And then suddenly you're in two places at once. You're watching yourself inside this tear in reality you have created, flailing, trying to get out, and you are also pulling, trying to pull yourself out, and then it splits again, and the next clone, suddenly you're in 3 places at once, and it keeps happening, and it's very, very, very painful.
Oh yeah. They're screaming at this point.
And as you scream, more darkness pours into your open, screaming mouth.
And the clones, which now have, split pieces of soul in them, are also screaming.
Mm-hmm. And you can't hear it, but upstairs there's someone panicking, going, "Oh God, what's happening?" Because you are very loud.
It's very loud, but listen, the Museum of the Curio of Curiosities, it's haunted, right? It's fine, right? It's that one night of the month or whatever it is.
So the fun thing about the Museum of Curiosities is that even on that one night of the month, they don't have anything that actually makes sound. So
Great. Perfect. I love this.
it's just you. And you feel yourself tear so much. It feels like there's glass in your chest. And then suddenly you fall back. And the rift in front of you closes. And for a moment, there is silence.
There. 3 of Henrick are just on the ground, shaking, breathing hard, and one of them, the original 2, they don't know anymore. They're all Henrick. Just at least one of them, possibly 2, a bit out of sync, just spits out.
You spit out nothing.
A liar.
Oh, and who's a liar?
Oh. They shut up at hearing that. Try to scramble. All of them try to scramble to their feet.
Oh. Hello, Henrik.
Terrified. How did it get their name? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Henrik, don't be terrified. Jeez. Mortals. What do you think was going to happen?
Not this. Henrik isn't quite convinced it's a good idea to honestly answer with, "Well, I thought I could trick you."
Roll me a whiz save to keep that thought back.
Excellent. We're just gonna, collective whiz. Are we treating all 3 bodies right now as one, or am I doing individual?
No, this will just be one roll.
Okay.
For Henrik Prime.
Cool.
Because that's who we'll be focusing on, because the other 2 Henriks are having different crises right now.
That's true, and I think the other factor here is Henrik split a lot more than 3 times, so the majority of it is still housed in what we'll call Prime.
Yes, correct.
16?
So you managed to keep your thoughts back, keep it contained within it's like 10 pieces of yourself. And the voice that is now in your head, that is not you.
What was that? You were going to say something, weren't you? Come on now. Don't keep it behind closed lips.
Upstairs, you hear running footsteps towards you.
Henrik is trying to look around, like, can they see the exit? Is this room just full on darkness? Also, they turned off all the lights. That's another issue.
Yeah.
Blindly fumbling.
Actually, you have dark vision.
Oh, they would. Yes, they would.
Yes, you have dark vision now. You look around and you blink. You could have sworn it was pitch black in here, but it's almost like you can see everything. And you see the door. And your clones, who you suppose are also now you.
Idea, but not like this. There's a whole extra, oh my god, they weren't supposed to attract attention, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually probably brighter, it seems to be brighter in here now than it was before, which is fun.
Yes. Yes, because you see now in grays.
I think Henrik's gonna think to look down at themselves, at their hands, anything they can see. Because I imagine that's different now.
Usually your hands would be a brighter color if under a black and white. If on a black and white screen, going meta here, but now your hands are a darker gray than you're used to seeing them.
Did you do to me? Which is a rhetorical question, because we established in our previous PS, Henrik is fully aware of what darkness corruption generally looks like.
Yep, I have a question. Was that anger?
Was that what?
That anger.
You know what? Yes.
Roll wisdom save.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Dirty 20.
A dirty 20, okay. Let's see. You say those heated words and you feel a build up like someone is trying to take over, and you back off and you shut down. This is your body, this is your willpower, you're not going to surrender.
Has worked too hard to get this body. No, absolutely not. They just got it.
Aww, what did I do? No. You're the one who reached into my domain and tried to steal from me. So I returned the favor and poured you some of, well, still a fraction of my power.
Wasn't... Who said anything about stealing? Which, would that have to be like a deception?
Yep, roll deception.
Oh god. Yeah, no, 11. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no.
Okay, alright, oh dear. What's the 26?
That's insight. And the darkness gets advantage because it's in your head, man.
Yep. Darkness does exactly.
The little mortal thinks he can lie. Or is it they? Pronouns, I never really understand them.
They or he. Which comes out a little bewildered because, wow, it's like a whole ass demon asking for their pronouns. Alright. One spot of normalcy.
You know, your body is very roomy. Is this really yours?
The footsteps continue to come closer. And they're above your head now.
Oh, it is time to get out of here, and it's probably going to have to be fight out. Alright. I mean, it seems like darkness is going to be along for the ride for at least a little bit. Switch focus to getting out of here. They can see the exit. They're going for it.
Mm-hmm.
All three of them.
Yep. So if all three of them are going for the exit at the same time, roll me a dex save.
Oh my god. You know what? That's perfect. They're not used to working as a team.
Mm-hmm.
It's always just Henrick and a bunch of underlings, and now they're all equal.
Yup. And I need you to roll me 3 dex saves.
Fantastic.
1 for each of them. So let's say Henrick Prime and Henrick 2.8 get stuck in the door a little bit as Henrick Remix jumps through.
Oh my god. Oh, so Remix has a head start.
Remix has a head start and starts going towards the stairs, and you hear the creak of the trap door, and Henrik Remix flinches as a light comes down into the basement.
Oh, yep.
And over the connection from Remix to Prime, Prime feels the pain from the light. Sir,
Oh god.
are you alright? Her screaming, are you okay?
It's fine, we're fine. And yeah, that also comes out with a short temper, and
Roll me another wisdom save!
boy, oh boy, yeah, this level of correction, boy, yep, Oh. Oh, that's a 10.
Oh boy. Let's see. Yep, I did. Plus 11. So as that feeling of anger blossoms in your chest, you suddenly feel pushed back. Now, you're no longer in control. In fact, there is someone else in control of your body.
Oh god.
And
Is this all of them or Remix?
This is Remix.
Okay.
I real it's this is remix, but Henrik Prime feels this too, this pushing back. Henrik Prime, because Henrik Prime has 10 pieces, can roll another wisdom save.
Mm-hmm. Stronger foothold, as it were.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, because that's I'm gonna roll again just for fun.
Okay.
15
21?
plus.
No!
Henrik Prime, you try to regain control, and your hands go up to your head. It's like it's splitting, like you're pushing against a waterfall. And you're blown back into the back of your head. And you're watching all this happen as the police officer, who was taken aback by the short-tempered response, flicks the light down across Henrik Remix. And Henrik Remix,
Henrik Remix. You shouldn't have done that. And you watch as Henrik Remix is suddenly covered in darkness. Like this kind of inky, black, tentacly sort of deal, and it attacks the policeman.
You still have your voice mod on, by the way, but it adds to the atmosphere.
Oh, I
Just
didn't.
in case that was unintentional.
that was unintentional. I do that. I tabbed away to look at temporarily consumed by darkness. But what is interesting about this now is that 13 plus 5, 18. Now, gotta roll. That is funny. Yeah, because that Henrik getting +2 to all strength checks still rolled a 1.
Oh my fucking god.
So,
Comedy of errors.
Henrik Prime, you watch as Henrik Remitz launches himself at the policeman. The policeman just scruffs him. Literally.
It's just this horrible monster form of the person who charmed their way in, and the police is just like, nah.
And the policeman kind of just holds him out and looks down to the rest of you. And Henrik Prime, you find yourself saying, holding up your hands and just smiling, saying, "Sorry, it's just been a long night. Let us go." And the policeman just kind of, his expression wrinkles, and he goes, looks at the dark creature in his hands. You sure I shouldn't call, I don't know, some kind of medical professionals. So, Henrik Prime, you want to try another, save?
Yep, another wisdom coming right up.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell, 6. This is what they get. This is what they get for being a body snatcher.
They get their body snatched. You, again, you try to push forward to say anything, and you feel the same choking feeling that you had when the darkness was pouring into you. And you stop pushing, and the choking feeling goes away. And in your body that you just acquired, you feel yourself move up to the policeman and gently just like tap the side of the feral creature on the head. The feral creature relaxes and turns back into your clone. And Henrik Prime, you find yourself smiling at this policeman. See? All fine.
Now just let us leave.
And the policeman kind of frowns, but slowly nods and puts the clone back on the floor. He turns around and starts to lead you back out. So, Henrik, how are you feeling?
Very freaked out. They don't like not being in control. They don't like this. They don't like this. They don't like this at all. They're freaking out. This did not go even remotely according to plan, and yeah, they're angry, but trying to rein that in, even though they are furious at Xehanort for potentially lying to them horrifically after all that nice advice they gave him.
Oh, I wouldn't be mad at him. After all, it was that magical pulse that drew my attention.
Being reminded of that, Henrik can't move their own stolen body right now, but they will probably realize, hey, they don't feel that on them anymore. The magical pendant, which they hadn't paid much attention to beforehand, seems to have disappeared.
Mm-hmm. You watch as you look down to where that pendant was, and it's gone.
Yep. Whatever it was, whatever it just did, however it just fucked them over. Gone?
Mm-hmm.
Good? They've left it with this now.
Yep. And you find yourself looking back up and following this 6'1" Toon as he carefully guides you through some hanging glass gardens. And there's the plants there actually move as, plants do. And there's a glass case with one plant that swings back and forth, and as you get close, it goes ah!
It's like trying to snap out and bite.
Mm-hmm. But it's snapping against the glass and almost barking. And upon reaching the entrance and being let out, you find yourself coming back in control.
Just deep breaths, kind of coughs like Henrik can. They still can sort of feel the phantom feeling of, like, yeah, the darkness pouring in, and it's just.
Are you sure you're okay?
I am fine.
What happened? Well, what happened down there?
I just did something a little stupid, but it's fine. Thank you for your help, sir.
Izzard. Eddie Izzard.
Eddie Izzard, is it? Alright.
Yes.
Between us friends, you didn't see me tonight.
He tilts his head and then kind of gestures up to his face because his eyes are closed.
Henry pauses and just goes, "You didn't perceive me tonight."
He just slowly nods. And he reaches over and places what feels like a cool hand on your shoulder. Stay out of trouble, okay?
Oh, I've never been good at that.
How about this? I don't want to have to chase you down, okay? And he takes his hand back and locks the door to the museum.
Uh-huh. Well, that appears to be that. So Prime, Remix, and 2.8 are all gonna get away from the scene of the crime? Crime? Question mark? Something may go fuck you tomorrow when they.
I mean,
It's
I'm
possible some people-
pretty sure Eddie's going to contact someone in
Yeah.
about
You know, like 10 minutes, you think?
yeah,
5?
about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna get out of here. They're gonna meet up with the other 2 clones that exist that are currently empty. They're gonna hop in the caravan. They're gonna get the fuck out of here. Henrik's gonna have to figure out what to do next because, oh god.
As you meet up with your caravan, you feel yourself spread out. And those 2 other clones are no longer empty.
No, they are not. There are now 5 Henriks.
Yeah, there are now 5 Henriks. And in your head, as you're driving away,
This is gonna be fun. I haven't had a vessel since before that ring went rogue.
Oh dear. Oh no. Heart.
thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Heart, for this fantastic little adventure. Oh my god.
Yep.
Wake up, Henrik, you fucked up big time.
Wake up, Henrik, but try to keep careful control of your now really hard to keep control temper.
Oh yeah, they're just gonna be so angry all the time.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be hard to keep the darkness from surging up. Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah. Goodbye.